Cryptocurrency is full of opportunities to make life-changing gains, especially in the bull run, which is where we currently find ourselves in the market. However, if you really want to capitalize on the market, you need to get in before the masses. This is how we can have those life-changing gains, those 20x, 50x, 100x gains, a small to large amount of capital to create a massive amount of wealth. And to do this, I'm not talking about meme coins, which is what many people in the market right now are talking about. I am talking about micro caps, IDOs, Launchpads, private and seed round investments where you can get in early before anyone else has a chance to even access these tokens. A lot of times these coins are going to run 10, 20x before they hit the public market. And then from there, it could be another 10, 50, 100x. So this is where we're going to find the best gains. And it's not a high risk investment like throwing something in a meme coin with only $20,000 liquidity. So in this video, I'm going to go through and teach you guys where you need to go and what you need to do to find these type of investments. And if you stick around to the end, I'm going to actually let you know where I'm investing in these private and seed rounds, what you need to do to get involved, and what other type of platforms are out there. I'm also going to go through a number of launch pads that I think are good out in the market right now and show you how you can find your own launch pads, as there are launch pads on just about every single token platform out there. Okay, so in the video, I'm going to go through a list of launch pads that I think are really great. I'm also going to show you where you can get into some VC style funds at the very end of the video, like I mentioned earlier, where you can actually get access to private sales and seed round investments. And those are going to be the best chances of making some serious gains. However, they're also the most expensive and the largest barrier of entry to get involved in these communities. So that's why I'm saving them for last. But before I go ahead and catch you guys some fish and just let you know all the good information here, I'm going to actually teach you to fish. So the best way to invest, obviously, is invest in things that you know and like and are familiar with. So if you're a Solana guy, you should be looking for launch pads on Solana. If you're an Ethereum guy or gal, I should say, you should be looking for the Ethereum style launch pads. And there's one on every single chain, so it doesn't matter if you're on AVAX or SCI or any of these type of tokens. Every single chain that comes out, generally within a few months of the chain like gaining some pretty good popularity, there will be a launch pad on that network. Now, most of these networks actually have several launch pads, but a lot of the big launch pads do every single network. So if you want to drill down, you can definitely find one like, a Polkadot one, there's one for that. Cardano one, there's one for that. But if in general you just want to invest in the best opportunities, you're going to want to find the ones that kind of cross all of the different chains. And I do recommend, as always, do your own due diligence, do your own research. Nothing in today's video is financial advice. Every investment comes with some level of risk. Even if you're getting in before everyone else in the market, these projects could fail. You could lose all of your money. So keep that in mind. But to find where these launch pads are, an easy way, what you want to do is come over to CoinGecko, and under categories, we're just going to click categories right there. We're going to scroll down and there's actually a launch pad category. So let's go ahead and try to find that here. Let me see. So here it is. Currently, as of today's video, it's number 64 on the list. If you guys are just looking for quick access, we're going to go ahead and click that launch pad. And this is going to give you a list of all the different tokens that are related to launch pads. Now at the top here, we have something like Radium, which is really a decentralized exchange. I'm not sure if they're actually doing launch pads or not. We'll have to dig in and do a little bit more due diligence on that one. But we can see some other more popular ones here like DAO Maker, Seedify, which we'll talk about later. GameFi.org, Polka Starter, Paid Network, Avalanche. So this one I'm assuming is a Avalanche launch. As I mentioned, there's one for pretty much every single chain. But this is where you can go and find some of these launch pads, guys. And as you can see, there is an absolute massive amount of opportunity in the market. Each one of these launch pads is probably going to have several investments per month during the bull run. And so there is only one page, so at least it's not like massively huge where we have several pages. But you definitely want to get in here, and we'll talk about some other ones that aren't on here because these are only the ones that have tokens associated with them. There's other launch pads that don't have tokens. Some of them use like NFTs as access or whatever. And so these are going to be basically the main ones that have a token associated. So there's just a ton of them. There's lots of opportunity in this market to make, definitely some sick gains, to make some great investments and some great new projects coming out. So again, I'll give you guys a list of some of the top ones towards the middle of the video here. But if you guys want to just like seek out some different ones, definitely do your own research. You can spend a lot of time obviously researching every single one of these here and find the ones with the best type of investments. Now, what I suggest doing is finding their past investment opportunities. So if you click on either one of these, you should be able to go to their website and see their past opportunities. Some places do have it gated where you only can see the investment opportunities if you've already bought this certain number of tokens you need to access these investments, or you have the NFT or whatever. But a lot of them will have it publicly available because they want more people to get in. They want to advertise the type of investments they have. And so I definitely recommend looking at some of the past investments that they've had. What type of prices have they been able to give you? What ticket size? How much is the guaranteed allocation? If there is any guaranteed allocation, or is it first come, first serve? These are all important things to know before you start buying the tokens or NFTs to get involved in any of these. You want to know if they're good opportunities at good prices, if you're going to have a large enough ticket size, and if you're guaranteed any allocation, or if it is first come, first serve and you have to be the fastest clicker. The next thing I want to mention is that a lot of people out there are probably in the United States of America, and most of these launch pads you won't have access as a US citizen due to the KYC or know your customer verifications that they do. And so what you can do to kind of get around that is get a digital residency. So obviously this is not financial advice or legal advice or anything like that. I just want to let you guys know that this is available out here in the market. And so what you can do is come over here. It's rns.id, and I'll have this linked in the description below, is you can get a digital residency in Palau. And I think, yeah, it shows it right here. I think it's over here in Asia or somewhere. One of those islands over here, the Republic of Palau. And you can see there's some other big like celebrities here, Tim Draper, Vitalik Buterin, that have this digital residency. And what it does is it allows you to pass the know your customer, the KYC, in most of these platforms. Not all of them. Some of them will ask for like an electric bill or something like that. It actually verifies that you live there. So those ones you won't be able to pass with this type of ID. But for any of them that you can just, show them your, essentially your like country ID, this will pass on most of those platforms. So again, I just want to let you know that this is available for you. Obviously not financial advice or legal advice or anything like that. Do your own due diligence, consult a lawyer if you need to. But this is something people are doing that I've seen in different chat groups and whatever. Personally, I'm not doing this. I stick to some different style investments. And again, I'll show you at the end, I'm in more of the VC style funds, but I just want to like be informational and educational here and show you that for $250, you can get this digital residency ID and pass to know your customer on almost every single one of these exchanges. It doesn't have the second level of verification where they actually ask for something confirming your address. Okay, so without this video being a super long video and going on and on and on, I'm not going to dive in deep to each one of these. You should be doing your own research and your own due diligence. I just want to show you the top like couple ones that I think are the most popular, best ones out there. I may have left some off the list, and these are in no particular order. So again, do your own research, but here they are. Number one is going to be Seedify, and it's going to be Seedify.fund. This is one of the top, like, most popular ones. It's been around since at least the last bull run. I want to say even possibly before the last bull run. And the way you get involved in this one is to buy their S Fund token. and that will give you like a certain number of allocation based on the amount of tokens you have. So the more tokens you hold, the larger amount of allocation you're going to get. Some of them are public, first come, first serve. Others are reserved only for the people who hold these tokens. Okay, so you can see some of these ones right here. They have Gaming. This was a really big launch here that happened a few days ago. We have Castle of Blackwater. That's been going on. Web3 gaming, and so there's going to be a lot of like games and gaming type stuff on Seedify, which is why I like it, because that is a big narrative here in this bull run. But we have Arcade to Learn, Block Games, Bloodloop, Satoshi Sync, Wisdomize, Blast Offs. Interested in any of those type of projects, this is the type of stuff you're going to get. Oh, and actually these ones haven't actually gone live yet. Probably by the time you see this video, since this one's 54 minutes and this one's 18 hours, these will have already gone live. But this will give you a good idea of the type of investments you're going to get through this platform. So again, guys, do your research on that one, and moving on to the next. The next one I think that is really big right now and very popular, I see a lot of people talking about it, is Paid Network, and it's paidnetwork.com, a revolutionary new launchpad. And we can come down here and see a little bit more information about the type of stuff they've done. So again, definitely check it out. I'm not seeing a list. Let's see the launchpad. Maybe we have to click on and we'll see a list of like past investments. So here we go. Commonwealth, Umoja, Metropolis. I think these are possibly upcoming raises. So if you guys want to get involved in any of those, and some of the completed ones, we do have Aether Games, Lossless, Niftyfi, Trickle, Shadows, Blind Boxes, and there's a little bit more information here if you guys want from like their journal. Also, something to keep in mind is most of these communities do have like a Discord or Telegram or something like that. So if you want to do some good research, definitely jump in their chat groups and ask about the type of investments they're getting, type of gains, and the prices. We can see some of these ones like Metropolis, they're getting them at 0.3, so 3 cents per token, and the total raise was a $500,000. So not a huge ticket on that one. But coming over to this one, Umoja, it doesn't have when it's going to be launched yet, and you're paying 20 cents per token price, but the raise is much larger at 6 million. So the chances of getting in on something like this at $6 million ticket, there are a lot better chances that you'll actually get some allocation on that one. To something like this with a $500,000, generally anything like a $500,000 and under are going to raise pretty quickly. So if you're not one of those guaranteed allocations, you may not actually get access to these. Again, I don't know that much about this platform, but just looking at them, some of them are fairly small here, 200,000, 140. So make sure you take that into consideration, guys, when you're looking at investing in any of these launch pads. Moving on, we do have Ape Terminal. Again, this is another one I hear a lot of people talking about in different communities. Let's see right here. They have Inspect, they have Artifact, they have AIT Tech, and we can see here 40,000 participants, 49,000 participants, 25,000 participants. So definitely a lot of people in here. And it actually does have their ROI on some of these. So 23x on that one if you had got in, a 12x on this one, and a 51x on AIT Tech. That's a pretty good investment. So if you guys were one of these 40,000 people, you got in before these tokens hit the market, they then did a 51x. That's also assuming that you actually sold at the very top. So obviously you guys are never going to time the market perfectly and be able to sell the top on all of these. But either way, if you got somewhere around like 30 to 40x, I'm sure you would be very happy. So again, this is one I believe you do need to join in on like their Discord or whatever. Again, guys, do your own research, figure out which one is going to be best for you. Moving along, we do have SidusPad. So launching tomorrow's Web3 headliners, and we can see Engines of Fury. What else do they have? That's the next one that's coming up right here. You're going to be able to get that at 20 cents. And the total allocation, let's see, they don't have a comma in there, so it's 150,000 on that one. And they're not showing any of the past ones, or you probably have to click on portfolio. Yeah, so this one's going to be password gated again, guys. So some of these don't share that with you. They only show what the upcoming ones are or whatever. But definitely check out this one. Another big popular launch pad here that I hear a lot of people mention is SidusPad. I think I said that wrong in the beginning. Moving along, we do have People's Launchpad, and I believe this one's called like Ally, is what the token is or whatnot for this one. So if we click on the Launchpad, it looks like Merlin Chain they're going to be launching here fairly soon, MERL, Merrill. And it doesn't give you any information. Let's see if we click in. Okay, so you have to click in it to get more information on it. But look at this. The Launchpad price is .00004762. So we don't know what the price is going to be when it goes public, but let's just assume it's somewhere in like 1 cent. That's a lot of gains already. You're talking basically hundreds of, possibly thousands of percent gain on that before it even hits the public. No guarantees on that. Like I said, I don't know what the public price is going to be. They also have the Launchpad allocation here, which is fairly large at 21 million. So definitely a large opportunity here for you if you want to get in on this one through People's Launchpad. I'm not sure if it's going to show you some of the old ones. I'd like to generally look at some of the older ones. We may have to hop in like the Discord or Telegram chat here. It looks like they have Discord. Possibly they advertise them on their Twitter, so check that out and you can see, some of the other ones. They do have total Launchpad users, so 2 million users, guys. So that's a lot of users. Just keep that in mind. 2 million users if you're fighting. I guess it was a 21 million on this one, but not all of them are going to have that large of a ticket size. Let's say it had a $500,000 ticket size. With 2 million users, you're going to really have to fight to get in there. So I'm not sure how this one operates, if it's a token or an NFT, but make sure you have the proper allocation if you are planning on getting in any of these launch pads. Next is going to be Eclipsefy. This is another popular one that I see a lot of people talking about, and they get some good raises. You can see here they did have the Aether nodes, which were super popular. I know these sold out like just about everywhere. So they had access to that one. They had Demex, they had stablecoin. I'm not sure exactly how you would say that. But yeah, they're definitely, a good popular launchpad here, Eclipsefy. So do a little bit more research on these guys. And let's see if it doesn't give you any information about what the actual prices are on these. Possibly if we click through, let's see. Yeah, so it's not going to give us any of that information. Oh, no, it does. Price per node. So $830. That's actually a really great price for these Ether nodes. I've seen them selling for $1,500 to $2,000 per node, depending on what tier you got in on. So that's definitely a great price here. I'm not sure. Oh, it is first come, first serve allocation. It's no guarantees you would be able to get in on that. And the max raise is fairly small at only $140,000. So yeah, all these things are something that you need to just add into, your calculation and factoring what's going to be worth investing in, which platform do you want to put funds into. You could definitely do a couple of these as well. So that's another thing is if, possibly you get in 2 or 3 of these and they have different types of investments, and different allocations and things like that. Moving on, Solanium. So this is going to mainly be a Solana one, but it is your multi-chain launchpad. So they do have other chains, but I'm pretty sure their main focus is Solana. But again, they also had those Aether nodes. Let's see, so we can compare the last one here, what their ticket size was and everything like that. Let's see, does it say? So it doesn't look like they're giving us the information on what their ticket size was. Oh no, right here. Okay, so they had double the amount. So it was actually a pretty much double ticket size of the last platform we were looking at. And they did a little bit more expensive on the price. So they were a higher tier. The way Aether nodes, ran was they had different tiers. So depending on what tier your investment platform got in, the price was higher and higher the larger tier you went up. And so these guys were most likely at a larger tier at $1,000 per. So obviously that last one was a little bit better investment, but a much smaller ticket size. So your chances of getting in on this one are better, even though the price is a little bit higher. So all these things, you guys can keep in mind when you're looking at which one you want to buy in. Moving on to the last one. This one's going to be called GamesPad. They have a bunch of good games that they're launching through their Launchpad. You can see right here, it looks like this one right here is going for 0.055, and it's through Bullperks. So this is the company here. Let's see if we can click on projects and see anything. So here are some of the other projects they have. There's a music one, so this one's not just gaming. Unibit, Versus X, Oxia Origin, Galaxis, Elsisverse. I don't want to mispronounce these guys. I'm terrible at pronouncing some of these names. But yeah, they look like they're decent size raises. Like, you know, nothing major here, but 175,000, 200,000, 190,000. None of these are in the millions. So again, this is definitely going to be one of the smaller ones. And if you guys wanted to like compare prices, obviously look at some of these past projects, or these are upcoming projects. But if we look at the finished ones, again, this is the way to do the research before deciding, is look at the price here and then look at the price that it actually hit in the public or where it went in the future. So, you know, possibly the all-time high since launch. Was it a good gainer? Did they get a good deal? What was the total raise size? And that's going to be everything for Launchpads, guys. Those are the most popular ones. As I mentioned, there's tons of other ones out there. All the ones with coins are on Gecko. You guys can research that. Or you can jump in a bunch of different Discord chat communities that are into this style investment. And they're going to tell you what the other good places are to go. Obviously, you know, as we saw before when we were looking at Gecko, Binance has their own like Launchpads and things like that. So if you go into Binance and some of these other big centralized exchanges do Launchpad style token allocations. So definitely, you know, lots of stuff out there. But the next thing I want to talk about for you guys is VC style investments. Okay, so the one that I'm personally using, this is actually what I'm doing, where I'm going for my investments is through basedvc.fund. These guys, you're able to invest if you do have an NFT to several different tokens. So there's a bunch of different ones here. You could see like CyberKongs, and you know, some of these other ones. If you guys have access, I'm actually doing Neo Tokyo. So I invest through my Neo Tokyo Citizen. You also need to be able to lock up some of their Bytes token on Neo Tokyo, and their platform is actually through Base, but it's called Citizens Capital. So that platform is going to be citizenscapital.fund. Again, the way you're going to be able to get involved in this is you need either a season 1 or season 2 citizen, and you're going to need some of their Bytes tokens staked with them to be able to access these investments. Now, they have some really great investments. They get some of the biggest tickets and some of the best like allocations, in my personal opinion. You know, some of the best like projects because of the popularity of Neo Tokyo. However, I think right now a Citizens NFT, you know, somewhere between like 1.5 and 2 ETH for the season 2, which are the cheaper ones. I believe they're like 10 to 20 ETH for the S1s, possibly even higher than that. Some of them go up to like hundreds if you want the elites. And each NFT is going to have a different size allocation. So they also have like this little article here where you can figure out like all the different stuff, or this might not even be the real article. Oh no, this does go through some of it. So it tells you like the multipliers and, you know, what different citizens get you what allocation. Personally, I just have an S2 citizen, and I have like the regular 150 staked to be able to access Citizens Capital, and then another 100 staked through the like Neo Tokyo Bank Vault or whatever it's called. And so my allocations are anywhere from $450 to about $600 per project. And so just keep that in mind, that you're going to spend, you know, possibly, you know, anywhere from like $5,000 to $10,000 just to be able to have access to, you know, only an allocation of $400 to $600. Now, obviously, there are whales out there. If you can buy one of these S1s or S1 Elites, you're going to get a much higher allocation in the thousands, right? So you might get like a $1,500 allocation, or possibly a, you know, I've seen people get allocations up to several $1,000s depending on the number of bytes you stake. So you can buy more tokens and stake more tokens to increase the amount of allocation. All right, so this is where I am investing right here. In addition to Citizens Capital, I think Neo Tokyo is one of the best communities right now. So to be able to access their Discord, you're going to get a lot of alpha. There's a bunch of different stuff happening. A lot of founders from different gaming companies are in there. A lot of degens, people trading like different Solana meme coins and all kinds of cool stuff. Just a lot overall happening in Neo Tokyo. Really great community, amazing people. I met some of the people from Neo Tokyo community at the ETH Denver. And so everyone I met from that community was absolutely amazing, very friendly and helpful. So I definitely recommend Neo Tokyo in general as a great investment in terms of a community. Obviously not financial advice. I'm saying if you want to invest in something for the community, to be around the right type of people, networking, alpha, and then access to these amazing style investments. Now, all of this is private, so I can't show you any of the investment information. It'll kick me out. There's actually part of the rules when you join. They're not allowed to share screenshots or anything from any of the investments, but I can tell you guys that they get some of the biggest tickets from the best projects, and they're getting really great prices. A lot of times they have good vesting schedules as well, sometimes a little bit better than other projects or platforms will get. So if you guys are looking for top tier VC style investment funding and seed rounds and private rounds, I definitely recommend Citizens Capital through Neo Tokyo. Now, I want to explain that this is a little bit different than the Launchpads. With the Launchpads, generally you're going to actually get the tokens, which is why you need to do KYC. You put in your certain amount of USD or Ethereum or whatever token it is that the investment is in, and then the unlocks are going to give you those actual tokens, and it's up to you to sell them. If you don't sell them, you're obviously not going to realize any sort of gains, and there's no guarantee with any of those projects. So one of the top things I like about Citizens Capital is it is run through based VC here. And basically what they do is you give them USDT or USDC, and that gives you a ticket size. They manage the entire investment, so they get all the tokens. You never get any of the tokens, which some people would see as a bad thing, that some people want to hold on to them for a longer period of time or do whatever you want. I actually like it because I don't need to manage a portfolio of 1,000 different tokens or whatever. Obviously not that many, but even 10, 20 different tokens on top of my normal investments. They have a full-time team that manages this. So when they unlock, they're going to sell off them at the best price points. Generally, they're laddering out. And so you just go in and claim your USD back. So just as an example, say I invested $500. That project did a 10x. And then let's say 10% of those tokens were unlocked. You're talking 10% of $5,000. It might be $500 back on the initial payout. Okay. Obviously none of that stuff is guaranteed. Rough math for you guys. But yeah, I do think this is one of the best platforms. I'm definitely, promoting this, as I do feel like it is a great place for people to join, not just for the investments, but for the community. Now, there are several other platforms like this out there. Obviously, if you own one of these other NFTs, not everyone gets the same tickets and projects and everything that Neo Tokyo does, but they do have different investment opportunities for all of these different communities here if you're in one of these other communities through Base. And I believe that Base, if you come down here, they have a temp access card, but I thought before, right here, so it says sale soon. So I think Base themselves is going to have an NFT or a token soon that if you buy, you're going to be able to access some of their investments, and hopefully they'll have access to everything. But for right now, I think Neo Tokyo is going to be your best option. That's the one I'm going with. Now, there are some other ones in addition to Base, and we'll go ahead and cover those right now. Okay, so another one is vvv.fund, and it does say we're relaunching soon, so it doesn't have the website. Maybe if we click on this other one, let me just see here. But yeah, this is another one. They do have NFTs as well. They have sharks, dolphins, and whales, and depending on how many of those NFTs you own or which category you own, you're going to get a larger sized allocation ticket to their investments. The dolphins are the smallest, but they stack up. So the more dolphins you own, the more investments you get. The sharks give you the guaranteed allocations to their funds, and the whales give you the largest and early access to most of these projects. This one is also doing some other cool stuff. They're trying to do their own exchange, a centralized exchange that you can trade different investments and things like that. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, it looks like it's not open here. But again, they do have a Discord. So if you find them on Twitter or whatever, you can probably get access to their Discord and learn a little bit more information. They have a slide deck and everything that goes through all the different pieces of it. So they are doing more than just the VC style Launchpad here. You know, and you guys can do your own research on that, but potentially you might get an airdrop or have access to some of this other stuff. And just going back to Citizens Capital, I should also mention that if you missed any of the past like launches, they also have an over the counter. So you can trade these for, you know, sometimes as little as 2x. Generally 1.5x is the smallest you're going to see them. But as the projects come closer and closer to the token generation event where they're actually going to have a payout, they do get larger and larger. So sometimes you'll see, you know, different token allocations being sold for like 10x of what the initial investment is. But that's also another opportunity for someone. If you get in with the large ticket size, you could potentially flip it on over the counter for 10x right before the initial like token generation event and not have to wait the 2-year vesting period to get those unlocks and whatever, and still get your 10x gains. So there's lots of cool stuff like that. And again, I think VVV is trying to build something similar to that as well and do a bunch of other cool stuff. So definitely do a little bit more research on these. And then the last one that I'm aware of, I'm sure there are some other venture capitalist style things out there, but the one I'm aware of is Yurei, and it used to be like Spectre, I think it was called, or Spectre. And they don't have a website that I'm, you know, seeing anywhere, but if you join their Discord, maybe they have links. But these guys are another one, and so this one is going to be YUREI_VC on Twitter, so you guys can get access to them. And you can see here they have the project growth here, but these guys get a lot of good like token launches as well. See, Spectre used to be called Spectre and they like rebranded it. I believe this one you need an NFT as well. I haven't done as much research on this one because mainly I'm in Neo Tokyo and I don't really need to access any of these other ones. I was doing a little bit more research on this VVV one because right now, their NFTs at the time of today's video are only 0.3 Ethereum, so fairly cheap to get in if you want to get in one of those dolphins. However, the dolphins don't give you a guaranteed allocation, so it's in a first come first serve round, so there's no guarantee that you'll even get access to any of those with one of those. So if you are looking for like guaranteed ticket size, you would want to get into maybe one of their sharks, which I believe are around 3 Ethereum, which is even more than a Neo Tokyo Citizen S2. Again, guys, nothing in today's video is financial advice, so always do your own due diligence, your own research. Everyone has a different financial situation. Everyone has different time commitments they can put into researching each one of these projects and whether they want to hold the tokens through something like a Launchpad and sell them themselves, or if you want something that's a little bit easier where it's going to all be done for you. You just put in USDC and cash out your USDC. So again, guys, you know, everything is individualized for your own needs. Your own investment style. And so there's lots of options that I presented here today. However, I just want to go back and recap that going through Launchpads or going through one of these VC style funds are going to give you the best opportunities to make money in the bull run because you're getting these tokens cheaper than anyone else in the public. And so that, you know, essentially, if as long as the token goes up, which most of these tokens, as we know in the bull run, almost everything does go up, you will make the best gains. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If so, go ahead and give me that thumbs up on the video. Leave me a comment. Join up my Discord if you want to chat. And make sure you're subbed for future videos with the bell on to be notified as they drop. Thanks again for watching. Let's get that coin.